morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you tune. So we get to that point in the year now, the leaves are starting to turn, it's getting cooler in the mornings, autumn and winter is heading in, as is very, very inevitable. That's what happens every year. But it got me thinking, do you ride all year round? Now, I don't have to commute by bike, it's not a requirement for me. I ride it because I enjoy riding, but to me, well, I have kit that is more orientated to this time of year. This set of leathers I'm wearing now have no perforations in them, so actually are surprisingly warm. I do find it drops the fun out of it. Now, I do ride most of the year, but I do have some limitations. Now, there are some people out there absolutely die hard. You must ride all year round or you're not a proper motorcyclist, and have all sorts of bizarre ideas about riding in bad weather. But I think also you've got to think about the pros and the cons, and also what you ride. If you ride a high-end Italian superbike or something like that, if you've got a Ducati 998 or a Panigale or anything like that, if you ride that through winter, frankly you're an idiot. You're going to wreck the bike, not necessarily through crashing it, but its finishes and platings and things like that are simply not intended to stand up to that kind of punishment. You're going to get seized and furry bolts, it's going to look like crap, you're going to devalue the bike hugely, and bikes like that just aren't intended to have lots and lots and lots of miles put on them. So all you're doing is flushing good money after bad, ruining your bike. And when you come round to summer, you've got squared off tyres and corrosion. The bike's not going to be as nice to ride in summer either. So if that's the sort of machine you ride, don't waste your time. If you're someone that enjoys it, then fair enough. But I do question how many people genuinely enjoy riding when it's cold and frosty. I don't think there's that many people. They endure it, and sometimes it can be kind of nice, but not for very long. And in the UK at least, where we do get frosty, very frosty mornings, it's quite hard to argue a decent case for a bike as your only form of transport. It's just a little too cold here. Central France onwards I think you're okay, but over here just not quite. But yeah, the other thing that bothers me of course is the salt. So this bike will be ridden regularly till about mid-November, and then we'll resume duties about March. But it will be plugged in onto a charger periodically over winter, so it keeps the battery in good order. But as long as there's salt on the ground, it's pretty much not going to come out. So we're going to move into more winter videos in the garage. We've got the ZZR drag bike we're working on, so there'll be a lot of videos coming up from that. So there'll be plenty uploaded on the channel. We'll still be uploading every single week, but the number of vlogs on the bike may decrease a little bit. It also depends on what the winter's like. I mean, we've had winters where we've barely had a frost and we've been able to ride year round, and then we've also had winters where you had 2 feet of snow, so anything can happen on this island, so who knows. Anything can happen, like late indicating of cars pulling into nurseries. But yeah, so what do you do? Do you ride year round? I mean, I don't go into it too much because I don't want to go into the sob story, but I was commuting back from work in November about 5 years ago, and someone didn't spot me and pulled out the junction in front of me, and I sustained some quite nasty injuries, and as a result of the injuries from that, riding in winter is incredibly uncomfortable for me anyway. So the other thing is, if I had an accident again, whether or not I'd be able to just keep riding a bike is debatable. So why would you want to cash your chips in riding on a cold Wednesday afternoon for taking out all your summer riding? It doesn't seem very sensible to me. So, but yeah, do you ride all year round? Are you a fair weather rider? Are you like me, you'd like to get on as much as you can as long as the conditions are workable? Hit the like and subscribe button, let me know what you think, and we'll see you soon.